Well, good afternoon to you. We welcome you to a rainy day here, damp but potentially dramatic. A game which is charged and tense lies ahead of us. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The crowd rises for the national anthem of Belgium. Well, if that doesn't get the juices flowing, then nothing will. It is a true heavyweight clash.
Well, I wouldn't just look at this being another friendly, Peter.
Is that your own experience?
Yeah, if the opposition played like they meant business, we were obliged to return the favour. I don't think there's much difference here.
And we're underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I think this team can do themselves a massive favour by playing to this guy, Jeremy Doku's strengths. He's a bit of a nightmare for many defenders, and it's because of the fact that while a lot of wingers can be inconsistent, this guy has got some real substance. And initially, yes, he did struggle on making those connections to players in the box. Now, it's all beginning to work out.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Onana. And it's Tielemans. And here's Trossard. Throw in. Lovely bit of skill. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Solot. Oh, that's a key interception. De Bruyne. Now it's De Ketelaere.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Berger. Haaland, and here's Haaland. Haaland! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Doku. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Now Castagna. Onana. Haaland. Now it's Solot. He's having a pop! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Tielemans. And it's De Bruyne. Distributed tidily. He's shifting through the gears here. Meunier finding himself in space. Cleared without hesitation. And smartly reclaimed. And it's been hooked away. He leaps for it. Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
De Ketelaere is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
That's good play. Looking for the far. Terrific effort! And we've reached half-time. Norway failed to capitalise in stoppage time, so we are as we were. So between them, no goals at all so far.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break. So we're underway for the second half.
Norway clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just...
He's having a hit! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Doku is offering a wry smile there.
De Bruyne with the short one. Swings it. Oh, good drive! Oh, good finish! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. Utterly unsophisticated, but stuck away with unashamed certainty.
Well, I don't think he could have asked for a better ball in there, Peter. All he had to do was get in position.
Belgium have taken the lead.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he shoots! Not a bad try by any means.
De Ketelaere certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Can he get it through? Haaland! That is lovely.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
He might... And a chance! Goal! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Norway choosing to make the first change.
Cambio en Noruega. Número 20.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Great chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And now they can spring out. Tries one from range! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Just one goal in it now! Game on! And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
And that pass just didn't quite work.
Belgium surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Shot a goal! So close to drawing level.
Such a good opportunity, Peter. I hope he doesn't end up regretting that miss.
Tielemans. And it's Castagna. Ryerson concedes a free kick for that. And that's going to be a booking. De Bruyne. And here's Doku. And he's managed to get free. He's having a shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And that's really well manoeuvred. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Looking for the run. He's picked his way through. Can he finish? Just not quite happening for him just now.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Se va a realizar un cambio.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting. And that will be the final act. Norway perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, in all honesty, Peter, this would have been seen as a very winnable game, but it turned into a typical case of how not to maximise your home advantage. And I think when you look back on it, Peter, the crowd played its part, there's no doubt about that. They got a bit down on their team, you know, early in the game, and it just went downhill from there.
Just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin for joining us and to wish you a very good day.